Flag salute.
All right, and we are live.
I'd like to call the meeting to order at
I didn't bother bringing the case.
6:02 p.m.
Right at the top of it.
Flag salute.
God, flag salute. Soccer field.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You can refer to the opening
All
statement
weekend.
according to the agenda. Can you please call the roll?
Mr. Falcone,
Present.
Mr. DiStefano,
Present.
Dr. Capello,
Present.
Mr. Citrich,
Here.
Ms. Goulan,
Here.
Mr. Chaffee,
Present.
Mr. Francis,
Yes.
Ms. Polachena,
Here.
and Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Here. Can I please have a motion to go into executive session?
Second.
Call the roll.
Mr. Falcone,
Yes.
Mr. DiStefano, Dr. Capello, Mr. Citrich,
Yes.
Ms. Goulan,
Yes.
Mr. Chaffee, Mr. Francis,
Yes.
Ms. Polachena,
Yes.
and Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes. We are now in exec.
Roll.
Do you have another email address?
They're going to get me a phone.
Okay. Can I please have a motion to reconvene?
Motion to reconvene.
Moved by Ms. Gulon, second by Ms. Polachina. Mr. Falcone?
Yes.
Mr. DiStefano?
Yes.
Dr. Capello?
Yes.
Mr. Citrich?
Yes.
Ms. Gulon?
Yes.
Mr. Chaffee?
Yes.
Mr. Francis?
Yes.
Ms. Polachina?
Yes.
And Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes. Can I have a motion to approve the May minutes, please?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Chaffee, second by Dr. Capello. Mr. Falcone?
Yes.
Mr. DiStefano?
Yes.
Dr. Capello?
Yes.
Mr. Citrich?
Yes.
Ms. Gulon?
Yes.
Mr. Chaffee?
Yes.
Mr. Francis?
Yes.
Ms. Polachina?
Yes.
And Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes. Okay, and we'll move on to the superintendent report and the HIB report.
Right. So a couple things this evening. The first is just an overview of our student safety data system for period 2 of the school year. That is the second half of the school year. Each half of the year, we report on instances of bullying as well as trainings that have transpired during the course of the year for our staff, along with suspensions of students either in school or out of school suspensions. Our suspension rate continues to hold steady, about 3.5% total instances based on student population over the course of a year. For the year, we had 12 bullying reports. 5 of those reports were confirmed HIB according to the state statute. So this year, from a HIB perspective, has been less than typical years. We continue to see students that struggle with interpersonal skills, social skills. We've seen kind of that uptick across the state since the pandemic and the return from the pandemic. So it's an area that we continue to work on with our students, our counselors, our teachers. We have enlisted the help and support of numerous resources across the county outside of the school system to provide additional support for our families and our students as well. All right, so you have that information. For this month, we had 5 total HIB reports. 2 of those were confirmed. The other 3 were simply code of conduct violations that do not fall under the statute. All right, so that concludes the HIB and Student Safety Data System summary report for the school year. We don't have either of our student representatives here. School is out for them. I made mention of it last week. I want to thank members of the board who were able to make graduation. It was greatly appreciated. It was hot, but it was a wonderful ceremony. I want to thank Ms. Polachina for her remarks at graduation as well. It was a great evening, a great opportunity to celebrate with our students and our family. Very proud of our students and all of the work they put in, and incredibly proud of our teaching staff and the efforts that they continue to make on an ongoing basis. Just very proud to be part of what we all are trying to do here in Hopatcong. So thank you to each and every one of them and our families at home as well. And with that, that'll conclude my superintendent's report.
Great, thank you. Can I have a motion to accept, please?
Move it.
Second.
On the motion by Mr. Falcone, second by Ms. Polachina. Mr. Falcone?
Yes.
Well, wait, we have discussion?
Oh, sure, absolutely. I'm sorry.
Question about the student representatives?
Yes.
I was told it was 2 different people.
What do you mean?
The names that are listed here, Lana and Thomas.
You'll get new people starting for next school year.
So these are the current ones?
These are the current, yep.
Same as last
Never
time.
mind.
No worries, no worries. Any other questions?
That's Thomas, yeah.
All right. So on the motion by Mr. Falcone, second by Ms. Polachina, let me just make sure I've got the votes. Mr. Falcone?
Yes.
Mr. DiStefano?
Yes.
Dr. Capello?
Yes.
Mr. Citrich?
Yes.
Ms. Gulon?
Yes.
Mr. Chaffee?
Yes.
Mr. Francis?
Yes.
Ms. Polachina?
Yes.
And Ms. Falcone Schubert?
Yes. And moving on to acknowledgements and correspondence.
Absolutely. So would certainly like to congratulate our Scholar Athlete of the Month for their outstanding performance in May in girls track. That is Riley Cobb, a junior. And in boys track, Kyan Simpson, a sophomore. congratulations to our 2 Scholar Athletes of the Month. I'd also like to congratulate our Hopatcong High School Senior Award Scholarship recipients for the school year, our middle school honor roll and high honor roll students, and our Hopatcong High School honor roll and high honor roll students for the final marking period of the school year. Congratulations to each and every one of those individuals as well.
Is there anyone from parent-teacher organizations that wants to speak? I could just do a quick update from the high school PTO. At the end of the school year, the PTSO arranged for ice cream truck to come to the school, and all the teachers and kids were able to get a sweet treat. And tonight is the 8th grade beach ball bash. Although it's not a school-sponsored event, the PTO did donate $400 towards it, and the kids are enjoying the beach club regardless of the weather. They are all swimming heads in. So I want to thank them. And it was a great year for fundraising, and it was due in part to the Tricky Tray and everybody's contributions. So I just want to say thank you.
Is there a band down there at the beach club?
There's a DJ.
Oh,
no,
boy.
no public comments? Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on to
Yep.
finance.
Let's open to public comment, please.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Okay, we'll
It's-
open to public comment, but
nothing
there's nobody.
Anybody from the
Anybody want
public?
to speak?
No.
Okay.
The only time.
Yeah, just so you know, there's,
So there's other meetings coming up.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
okay, and then we'll move on to finance. Can I please have a motion?
Motion.
Wait, what was it?
I just want to point out.
Okay, go ahead.
Just a couple of donations here that are really, really important. We can't do everything that we want to be able to do on a regular basis without the support of our community and donors. So I want to make note of item K under finance. Gerald Salamone, $1,000 donation to the Dale Salamone Memorial Scholarship. In Dale's memory, I want to thank Mr. Salamone for that donation. I also want to thank Fulvio Falcone and Michael Ficola. This is an $18,000 donation for a scoreboard at the high school for the football field. As you remember, we've had a lot of issues with that scoreboard over the last couple of years. It is becoming impossible to find parts and people that can service it. That's going to do an awful lot to help us move ourselves forward. And so we're going to be working on some naming rights and some things as a way to celebrate and thank these 2 very generous individuals for their donation tonight. So I want to thank them for continuing to support us and our student athletes and our community here in Hopatcong. And I also want to thank Stacy Yanko for her donation to the Joanne Bromsky Lang Scholarship to even out that scholarship amount so that we can continue to donate and make that happen. So I want to thank her for that. I also want to thank all of our community organizations who helped to donate to our high school student scholarships this year. Without you, those scholarships would not be available to help so many great, hardworking, deserving students in Hopatcong. So I just want to make that known as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
And let's get a motion on 11, and then we'll open it up to discussion and comment, please.
I'll move it.
I have a second? Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none. Okay. we can vote.
Item 11, moved by Mr. Falcone, seconded by Ms. Polachena. Mr. Falcone,
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano,
Yes to all, but I vote present.
11 I present.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Capello,
Yes.
Mr. Citrich. Yes. Ms. Gulon.
Yes.
Mr. Chaffee.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes.
Ms. Polachena.
Yes.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes. Moving on to personnel. Can I please have a motion?
Move it.
Any discussion on personnel?
Item 12, personnel, moved by Mr. Falcone, seconded by Dr. Capello. Let's get to the end of my list here.
Long
This is all of our appointments primarily for the upcoming year, coaches, advisors, new hires for some staff. We made mention earlier, a number of great new staff that are joining us for staff members that have retired. And I'm thankful to be able to bring them on and add them to the Hopatcong Chief family. So on that motion, Mr. Falcone?
Yes.
Mr. DiStefano?
Yes.
Dr. Capello?
Yes.
Mr. Citrich?
Yes.
Ms. Goulan?
Yes.
Mr. Chaffee?
Yes.
Mr. Francis?
Yes.
Ms. Polachina?
Yes.
And Ms. Falcone Schubert?
Yes. Can I please have a motion for item number 13, travel and professional development?
Move it.
Second.
Any discussion?
Moved by Mr. Falcone, second by Dr. Capello. Mr. Falcone?
Yes.
Mr. DiStefano?
Yes.
Dr. Capello?
Yes.
Mr. Citrich?
Yes.
Ms. Goulan?
Yes.
Mr. Chaffee?
Yes.
Mr. Francis?
Yes.
Ms. Polachina?
Yes.
Ms. Falcone Schubert?
Yes. Can I please have a motion to move items 14, students and services, 15, resolutions, and 16, Sussex County Regional Cooperative, to the rest of the agenda?
Yeah. I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion on items 14 through 16?
On the motion by Mr. Chaffee, seconded by Ms. Goulan. Mr. Falcone?
Yes.
Mr. DiStefano?
Yes to 14. 15G, I vote present. And 16, I vote present.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Capello?
Yes.
Mr. Citrich?
Yes.
Ms. Goulan?
Yes.
Mr. Chaffee?
Yes.
Mr. Francis?
Yes.
Ms. Polachina?
Yes.
And Ms. Falcone Schubert?
Yes. Are there any board members who would like to make a comment? Okay, before we wrap up, I would just like to say a couple of things. First, I wanted to read a thank you note that we received from our student representative, Tomas. Dear Hopatcong Board of Education, I would like to thank you for the opportunity of the scholarship and all of your support. It makes me incredibly happy to know that my dream of going to college is becoming a reality. With deepest appreciation, Tomas Galvez.
Nice.
So sweet, right?
Just one more thing about it. He also sent a thank you note to the Rotary Group for the
Scholarship.
scholarship. So it's a good man.
Great.
I just wanted to thank the mayor and the town council for inviting me and as a representative for the Board of Education to speak at the town council meeting last night about our upcoming budget and possible referendum. It was, I thought, an opportunity to educate the community, and I heard a lot of positive feedback. I know my fellow board members also had people reach out to them, and there was a lot of positivity because once you explain something to someone and they have the right information, they can make an educated choice. I would also like to thank my parents, our parents, and our uncle for generously donating the money needed to purchase the scoreboard. It was something in the referendum that was very near and dear to them, and they are firm believers that it takes a village, which is part of the reason why my brother and I sit on the Board of Education. We do what we can. We volunteer on the sports fields, just like many of you guys do the same thing, whether it be Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, cheerleading, Rotary. It's our way of giving back. And I just want to encourage anybody in town who has a special talent or has the means to help out to consider contributing, because that is what builds, you know, our community and strengthens us as a group and makes our town, you know, what it is. I, you know, lived here my whole life, and honestly, I really wouldn't want to live anywhere else. So thanks for that. I want to apologize to the class of 2024 that I was not able to make it to the graduation, but I heard it was amazing, and thank you for stepping in. And lastly, I was able to attend the senior awards. I think you were there too, right? I felt like it was one of the most special times that I've ever been a part of something. And again, it was just another opportunity of all these people who, whether it's present or past, have been a part of the Hopatcong community coming together one night to celebrate all the great things that we do here. So just continue to, you know, get the word out that wonderful things are happening here. And instead of, you know, being divisive and looking at kind of the glass half empty type of a situation. We are moving forward. We're going to work together to get these kids what we need, and I appreciate every single one of you up here helping us do that. With that said, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Second.
I was led to believe from the mayor and council meeting that the upcoming change or money for the defeated referendum would be explained after the executive board meeting. I didn't hear anything on that.
The referendum has not gone up to vote yet. We have not put the question
Not
out.
to vote on the council. Is that what you're saying?
We haven't even put together the referendum to formally be presented to
Okay.
the
Well, I was
town people.
disappointed you weren't there in person.
Sorry, I was on vacation, but I zoomed in.
Well, you didn't appoint somebody else. You got 9 members here to explain.
Okay, sir, it's not public comment right now. There was public comment at number 4 in our agenda. That would be the time to speak if you had a
I'm
concern.
sorry, but I was led to believe that that would be discussed tonight.
Okay, so we're going to adjourn the meeting if you'd like.
Well, okay.
We're going to adjourn the meeting. If you'd like to stay afterwards, I will certainly speak to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Okay? Thank you. Can I have a motion
Aye.
to adjourn?
We already did that.
Okay, yes, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, meeting is adjourned at 7:18.
Thank you all. Have a great evening.
Thank you.